If we didn't have a lymphatic system in our body, we literally wouldn't have survived. We all know about the heart and blood vessels, but we haven't heard much about lymph. And by the way, this is the same branched network as veins with arteries. Lymph permeates our entire body, reaches the most remote and secluded places. And it plays the most important role of a biological filter that protects our body from viruses, bacteria, cancer cells, and many other negative elements. Have you ever had a feeling that your legs, face or hands are swollen? Or maybe the skin was covered with a rash, or you often have a cold, or maybe you have a general decline in strength. All this may indicate that it is necessary to heal the lymph. And in this video, we will analyze in detail what the lymphatic system is and how it can and should be helped. So watch the video to the end. It will be very interesting and useful. So let's go. By the way, friends, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell too. Do not miss any of my new items. So, what is the lymphatic system for anyway? Lymph is a liquid that literally washes every cell of our body and is responsible for their purification. That is, the lymph literally washes out all, so to speak, in quotes, garbage, decay products, toxins, infections, tumor cells. Collecting all this, the lymph drives them through the channels to the lymph nodes, where special lymphocyte cells are engaged in neutralization in them. As a result, the lymph is purified, enriched with lymphocytes, and goes further in a circle. And then we move on to the next point. This is lymph stagnation. Why does it occur? Here it is necessary to understand that, for example, blood stagnation does not occur for the reason that we have a heart. This is a unique organ that works like a pump. The heart contracts and provides pressure inside the circulatory system. And because of the regular contractions, it makes the blood move. And the lymph has no such heart. That is, it needs certain conditions for normal circulation. How can we ensure this? Movement. The work of our muscles. When our muscles contract, they create pressure on the lymphatic vessels, and thus provide its current. And the most important muscles pumping our lymph are the following. These are the muscles of the foot, ankle, calf, and thigh muscles. Of course, all other muscles also affect, it's just that these muscles affect the most. And if we have them lying around, staying too long, then we are provided with a weakening of the lymph flow. And it's quite enough to literally do nothing for a few hours, as we will get it for ourselves. You probably noticed that a person wakes up in the morning with a slightly swollen face. As a matter of fact, what happened? Namely, a violation of the outflow of lymph occurred. That's the reason. But if we have a healthy body, and we move fully, then very quickly it all comes back to normal. In addition to the fact that you need to constantly move, you can help the natural flow of lymph in the following ways. First, prevention of excess weight. Yes, excess weight contributes to stagnation. Secondly, tight clothes. We can literally squeeze the lymphatic vessels with a strong belt, or even a corset, or with a too tight elastic band on our socks, or with tight, uncomfortable shoes, and so on. Of course, alcohol abuse also affects this. It is not by chance that after this case, people can really swell their face a little. It is even noticeable to others. This also includes stress and poor nutrition. Well, how can you determine if you have stagnant lymph? What are the signs? In fact, it's not that difficult. What do you need to know? First, it is necessary to understand whether the swelling is temporary or permanent. If it is temporary, well, they ate too much salty, overstressed, lay on their side, then there are no problems here. The temporary has passed, everything is fine, we live on. If this is permanent, then this is where you need to pay attention. With stagnation of lymph, first of all, our arms and legs, face, chest and abdomen will swell. If we see puffiness, then press it with your finger and release it. If there is a dent that is very slowly straightened out, then this is not a good sign. Or if it becomes harder for us to put a ring on our finger. Previously, everything went with a bang, but then there were problems. This is also a bell. Other signs of problems with the lymphatic system are frequent colds, swollen tonsils, chronic fatigue, or cold hands and feet. Of course, these signs may have other causes, but problems with lymph are one of the most common. And what needs to be known, and what needs to be done? What are the specific actions for health-improving prevention? First, drink enough water. Lymph loves water very much, because in fact, lymph is 95% water. We drink not enough water, we get dehydration, we get stagnant phenomena. An adult needs to drink at least 4 glasses of clean water a day. The next point, which I have already mentioned, is movement. Working muscles provide lymph flow. Then, of course, these are bad habits. Alcohol, smoking, it's all evil for the lymphatic system. They will provoke vascular spasm and worsen its circulation. The next point is to avoid hypothermia. Lymph nodes react to hypothermia and become inflamed very easily, so take care of yourself in this regard too. And, of course, nutrition, which directly affects the health of our lymph. It is necessary to give up harmful products, such as, for example, canned food, semi-finished products, snacks, chips, crackers, sausage products, and other processed meat. All this food clogs our lymphatic pool and creates an increased load on our lymph nodes. It is also recommended not to abuse salty foods. Regarding salt, the optimal dosage has long been determined. It is from 2 to 5 grams per day. Less is harmful, and more is also harmful. But you need to add more healthy foods to your diet. In particular, products that contain fiber. And this, of course, is primarily vegetables. This is leafy greens, well, and further down the list and to taste. Carrots, tomatoes, broccoli, cabbage, beets, and so on. As carbohydrates, it is recommended to use whole grains, ideally whole oatmeal, not instant cooking, processed, brown rice, not ground white, and buckwheat, for example, instead of pasta. It is also necessary to add fats that are useful for our lymph, and they will be contained in almonds, olive oil, and especially in pumpkin seeds. By the way, the latter, that is, pumpkin seeds, are an exceptionally useful product. And a small pinch of pumpkin seeds, perhaps, should be consumed regularly. And in order to maintain the lymphatic system, adequate protein intake is necessary. And the best sources of protein for us will be sea fatty fish, or white poultry meat. Marine fatty fish is also good because it contains omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids, which help maintain the electrolytic balance of the lymph very well, and also ensure the health of its vessels. And in general, adequate protein intake is necessary, as it serves as a building material in the creation of new vessels and their renewal. And what is an adequate dose of protein? This is from 1 to 1.5 grams of protein for every kilogram of body weight per day. By the way, write in the comments, have you heard anything about lymph before, or maybe you've never even thought about it? Tell us about your opinion or experience in the comments, it will be very interesting. And now, I highly recommend you to watch my other video, where I talk about the most harmful and most useful products for the brain. And who, if not the brain, affects the health of our entire body. This video is very interesting, and it will complement what I've been talking about here. The link to the video you have just appeared on the screen, as well as the link I left in the description and pinned it in the upper comment. Be sure to take a look. And if you like this video, then like and subscribe to my channel. And we'll see you on that very video about the most harmful and useful products for the brain. See you later.